mean, we'll go on to the next topic here, but I mean, I would say overall, it's been good. We've learned a lot. You always learn, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's just like another coworker. It's how you have to look at it. And everybody has personalities. Everybody has different niches. Everybody has different ideas, and just taking everything into consideration and trying to do the best you can. Hello, Yellow Colored Glasses. Episode number 22 is live and in force right now as we speak. This is going to be a fun one. We have the one and only Mikayla Warren on the cast today. Let me tell you, it's going to be fun. But before we get to the fun stuff, let's read a review. Yellow Colored Glasses, we bring on some of the top producers, some of the best individuals, some of the most interesting people that you will ever come in contact with right here, so you can see them through the yellow colored glasses of Warren & Mounces Agency. So we're going to read a live review from Rachel W.
Why is it a live review?
It's live because we are live right now. Rachel W., the live review. This is the best insurance team to work with, hands down. They're professional, knowledgeable, and super, super friendly. Switching from my previous carrier was quick and easy, and they ended up saving my family hundreds of dollars annually while actually giving us better coverage. They're always super quick to respond to any questions or requests that we might have. I can't say enough good things about this team. My family will be lifelong customers. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
I added in a couple of my own words, so but that is almost 99.9% of what she said. So thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
What did you add in words?
You know, we're on live TV. So today, Mikayla, what are we doing today?
Today, we are going to talk about we're just going to dive deeper into working with your spouse.
Oh.
And then maybe ask some fun questions towards the end. So, me and Jake have worked together for a long time, but in smaller increments of time. So, we have purchased a duplex and managed the duplex together. We bought an Airbnb, furnished it, all of that together.
That was fun.
That was fun, tricky, but fun. And now we work together more frequently. And so with that comes its own set of challenges.
Sometimes.
But we always find a way, you know?
Yeah, one way or the other. It all works its way out, works itself out.
So what do you think the biggest struggle has been?
No. Let's turn this around. Let's turn the question around to you. Because I think I might be harder to get along with than you. I might be, a more annoying or whatever that word might be. So let's ask you, Mikayla.
No,
hold on. I haven't asked the question yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
How is it? Just go right into it. How is it working with your husband?
It's good. I think the biggest thing that we have, needed to figure out is the best way we communicate and the time of day to communicate and, when to put my thoughts and feelings superior to yours and when to let your thoughts and feelings be superior to mine.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's, a time, day, and energy for all of it to exist. But it's just, I don't know, figuring out when I need to let you have your space and then when you need to let me have my space.
Okay.
So I feel like that has been kind of like the biggest challenge. Challenge is kind of an aggressive word. It's just like navigating it, figuring it out.
So you think you have it figured out?
No.
No?
I
Okay.
don't think so.
Probably never will, right?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either. But have you gotten better with that?
I think so.
Really?
I think I've gotten better with being a bit more straightforward with my thoughts and feelings.
Okay.
And I also feel like I do better with letting you have your space to have your thoughts and feelings, and like just be there for you versus like trying to tell you what I think and how you should do it and what you should do about it, you know?
Ooh, I feel like I'm terrible at that.
What?
Just hearing you out. Sometimes you just need someone to listen to, and I'm over there trying to give you advice on what I would do, and that's absolutely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. No, that's good. I mean, that's hard. Like honestly, working with anybody. You know, if you think about it, working with another personality is pretty hard. Like,
Yeah.
and especially if you're working very closely with that person, right? If it's a business partner, if it's a friend, if it's a co-worker, if it's a random stranger, like it's hard. Then you put next put you next with, your spouse, that you're with every single day, and you probably are the most comfortable with that person. Like that's difficult. So I feel like, I definitely feel like it's hard, but I feel like we've done pretty well with it so far. I mean, there's been the ups and downs, but I feel like ultimately it's been going consistently up.
Yeah. Yeah. I also feel like we have gotten better, and this is kind of where like the duplex and the Airbnb kind of comes into play, because we've always had like work-related conversations at home. But like being intentional about like not being laying there in bed talking about this stuff.
Sometimes that
like
happens.
there's a time and place to like have these work-related conversations, and at some point we have to cut them off, and we have to go back to being husband and wife or friends or like silly, crazy people that we are sometimes at home.
Yeah, you're usually very immature.
I am immature at home.
Very childish.
It's true.
It's quite funny. You ought to do that one thing on camera real quick. Like whenever you go to lay in bed and you just start screaming a bunch of like random languages, and then you expect me to have that same energy, and it's like when I go to my bed, I'm trying to mentally shut down, and I get screams.
I know, sometimes I'm like
you jump on the bed,
happy.
Like you literally, like you start using the bed as a trampoline, and body slam me, and like get the dogs barking, and I'm like, whoa.
I am kind of wild and immature.
I'm just joking. I'm exaggerating that situation, but I'm not.
So what's your biggest challenge?
Oh, I have a lot of challenges. Communication I suck at. I just think that you're supposed to know what I'm thinking, and then if I give off this vibe that you're just supposed to know. Like I'm acting this way, Mikayla, you just need to know why I'm acting like this. I don't have to explain it. You just need to know.
Yeah.
So communication, I think I've gotten better with that. Delegating, if I have a lot on my plate, asking for help, and vice versa. Like if you have a lot on your plate, asking for help. Doing things that even though I know I can do or you can do, we're getting better with not trying to do it all, because that's where people go wrong. Is like you're trying to do everything whenever you literally have other people in the room to help you, and vice versa. So I think that's a big one. The work, like the at-home work conversations, I think we've always done a pretty good job with that. Like I feel like our minds are pretty like-minded, so it's pretty natural for us to, still talk about our relationship and what we like and how we do things and what we want aspiration-wise, and but still talking about the day-to-day stuff that we're doing and how that affects us down the road. And I just feel like it's not just about, oh my gosh, my day was like this and blah, 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 blah. It was about, oh, hey, this is what we did today. How is this going to help us down the road? Now, there are still some days where we sit there and talk about, oh, I hate today. This is what happened and blah, blah. But
which is, I think,
still your normal conversation too.
Yeah. And I think that's healthy, because I've also learned that sometimes there is such a thing as like toxic positivity, where you're expected to be like positive,
everything's
million,
rainbows and roses,
right?
Yep.
And there are mishaps that happen at work, like someone's a jerk to you on the phone, or something doesn't, that you were really looking forward to getting done, didn't get done.
Yep.
And those oftentimes come with a feeling, and it's okay to like feel that feeling and then move on.
Yep.
There's kind of a healthy way to.
Well, it's also knowing that, I feel like I have tried doing a better job with this, is knowing that every day is not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be days that just suck.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're, like, we've always had shitty days, and everybody has shitty days, right? It's like there's days that, the people that you think have it all together, but they have shitty days too. It's just how you handle the shitty days.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't handle shitty days good sometimes at all. I actually am terrible. But I feel like there's been some times where it is a shitty day that I have handled it well.
Yeah.
And vice versa. And I feel like we both helped each other with that, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think?
Especially like what you said, which is like about helping each other. Like if I did have a particularly shitty day, or you did, we can kind of feed off of each other and like, hey, yeah, absolutely, you have every right to feel like this was a shitty day.
No.
And at the same time, look at all of these other really good things that we have going on.
Yeah.
Even if the only good thing that we have going on is all of our bills are paid and we still like each other.
And we got our dogs.
And we have Heidi and Haven.
Yeah, Haven and Heidi.
Haven and Heidi.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's cool. Working with you is cool. I like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? What else?
What are some things that are like surprisingly successful? Like maybe both surprising and successful. What's something that has shocked you in working with me?
Man, put me on the spot. What has been a caught off, or what has surprised me? Okay. Honestly, all the things that I suck at, I feel like you excel at.
Okay.
And on a professional, just professional standpoint. Because I've never worked with you on a day-to-day.
Right.
Of course, we worked on, the managing a prop, the little small handful of properties, the flip houses.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
That's all, but those things we kind of handled, we already kind of knew going into those things, like what I was good at and what you were good at, right?
Yeah, for
like
sure.
You knew the interior design and stuff,
for sure.
The pamphlets with Airbnb, how to decorate something, and I feel like I can handle people and problems and
this
situations.
Is so true.
Like I feel like we already knew our strengths and weaknesses going
sure.
into those types of situations. Versus this, I did not know. I did not know how it was to work with basically a coworker that was my wife on a day-to-day basis, and her attitude and her way of doing things and her everything about it.
Remove the day-to-day, specifically on the point that you just said, knowing what our strengths and weaknesses are in this insurance setting.
Yeah. Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I don't think you did either, because I don't know. I just don't think you knew how I was either. And that was definitely that caught me off guard. Like you come from a little bit higher paced, work environment.
Honestly, very high.
Yeah.
Energy,
fast paced. Yeah. Like not necessarily energy, but I feel like fast paced. And I know the energy's there, but it's just a little different. I think it's more fast paced than anything.
Maybe more of intense.
Like
energy.
Everything gets done, bam, 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 bam. If something doesn't get done right then on that same day, that messes up the whole day. Versus insurance is a process.
Yeah.
It does not happen just that day. And you could want to get that thing done that day, no matter how hard you try, it will not get done that day. I have been there.
Underwriting has other plans.
Yes, it doesn't matter. You could call somebody. I literally called somebody the other day. Claims adjuster. We called them 12 times throughout the day. 6 different voicemails, 12 different contacts, nothing. Until the 5 o'clock where we basically had to hold this lady hostage on the phone until we got to talk to somebody else, right? So it's just situations like that it does not matter how much you want to get something done on that day, it does not happen. And I feel like that was kind of a sticker shock situation for you.
That was a total sticker and culture shock.
Yeah, so
total.
she's like, we need this done right now. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to happen today. And even if I do it right now, it's not going to speed up the process. So
Yeah.
I have to take this into consideration and get this done because I know this will be done today if I do this in the X amount of
Right.
time.
Yeah.
But if I do that right now, I'm not saying that's not important, but if I do it now or in 5 hours, it's the turnaround time, is going to be the exact same. So it's one of those things of us you understanding that, and that's not something that I was like, because I've been in. That's really all I know.
You don't think about it.
No, you don't. And but if you don't know anything different, right? Like that's just it is what it is.
You're not going to communicate to me, hey, this is really slow, when you don't know that I'm coming from something that's
correct. And it's not like it's slow. It's just with certain tasks, like I can go through and make a checklist every single day, but those tasks do not always get done. And it's not because I haven't touched them. It's just because there's nothing I can do to get those tasks done.
You're almost waiting on someone else.
I'm waiting on it's a process of elimination, basically.
Yeah.
So, and you didn't know that. You thought you had control on every single task, or maybe somebody else had control of because like your hygiene job, it's like almost like it's almost like an assembly line, for a lack of a better term. You have this person that needs to do these tasks, this person has to do this person has to do that, and this person does that. And then the customer's gone. The customer's complete.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. In insurance, you still have that same type of situation, but that one person has control of everything to getting that done, and then that person, then it all depends on X, Y, and all these other variables, so you can't depend on that person to get that necessary done on that same day.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
that was definitely surprising.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that caught me off guard on how to necessarily like lower those expectations for you. Maybe with the lack of a better term.
No, that's right. I definitely had to like lower
Mm-hmm.
because I thought that we could like wheel and deal same day,
Mm-hmm.
but it
I tried. We tried.
Yeah, we just can't do it like that.
No, and it'll eat you up. Like that's why there's things out there where it says what an insurance agent looks like at year one. It's all actually.
It's like a beautiful Barbie doll.
Yeah, like it looks like Clayton Labby. Clayton Labby, if you're listening right now, this is what I'm talking about. So let's say if anybody knows who Clayton Labby is, let's say if you picture what he looks like, right? Beautiful person, beautiful, male figure, masculine, all this stuff. Day one, and then year 3 was like, well, it looks like you're getting old. And like year 15, it like looks like. I think it was like the Tiger
It's
King.
like a ran over Barbie doll.
Yeah, or like a raccoon that had
The
been.
first one was like an attractive guy. The second
Yeah.
one was Tiger King, and then the last one was who's that wrestler
I don't know, man.
with the mustache?
I don't know. Put me on the spot. I should know that one, but I don't. So, anyways, that was probably a big one. What about you?
How similar you are in the sense of like engaging with other people. Like when I didn't work here, I was very and the focus. Like it's hard for you to probably see me in like, I don't even know if this is making sense. But when I think about how I operated in hygiene, I was a very focused person, and people would try to talk to me, and I would be like, "Listen, I need like 3 minutes, and then I can talk to you."
Yeah.
Or like my goofiness, like I would just randomly start singing, and you like do all these things, and that was kind of surprising to me, like of how you engage with people in the office. And I don't know if you're doing that just because of this new setting, or if you've always.
I've been pretty similar.
Yeah. So anyway, that was kind of surprising.
So basically what you just said is you think I'm fun to work with.
I think you are fun to work with most of the time.
So you think the personality of me is fun.
Most of
Take that as a compliment. But
What about me? Am I fun to work with?
Yeah, you're fun to work with. Like you just basically said that well, the focus part, I mean, I can be very focused, I think. I guess. I can really like.
It's not a bad thing.
No, I don't think
It's a great thing, honestly,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah.
But it's such a it's like, yeah, there's this fun and play where when that's initiated, it's like so much fun and play.
Yeah.
And then whenever focus is initiated, it's like tunnel vision.
Yeah. No, I agree. So that was a sticker shock for you, huh? You were surprised on.
Yeah, but like in a good way. Like it wasn't a bad.
Gotcha.
It wasn't a bad thing at all.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that like surprised me about working with you. I think that was probably the
pretty
most,
straightforward.
the one that was like the most standout.
No, I would say overall. I mean, we'll go on to the next topic here, but I would say overall, it's been good. We've learned a lot. You always learn, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's just like another coworker. It's how you have to look at it. And everybody has personalities. Everybody has different niches. Everybody has different ideas, and just taking everything into consideration and trying to do the best you can.
Are you gonna ask me a question now?
I've asked you two.
I asked the surprising one. I just answered it second because
Okay, so here is a question for you, Mikayla. How do you like working in the insurance field? What's your favorite things that you like about it, and give us 2 things that you love and 1 thing that you hate. Go.
Okay, this is kind of skewed because I'm one of the owners. Mm-hmm. And so one of my answers is going to be freedom.
Okay.
But normally in the insurance industry, assuming that you're an employee, you don't have quite the freedom. You're still kind of coming in the hours of the agency, which I do that too, but I can kind of a little more freely do what I want.
Okay.
So I love that. Do you mean insurance or my role here in the office in insurance? Because I feel like
Let's do both.
So I love that insurance did make me, it very much forced me to slow down.
Okay.
Like I had to slow down because like he just mentioned about the fast pace in dentistry, like I was very much like snippety snap, let's get this shit done today. But I had to slow down and understand that not every industry operates like that. And I don't think one's better than the other, but in my scenario, like where I came from, I feel like I needed to slow down. I feel like I needed to like take a step back. And so I feel like as an overall life lesson, that was really nice.
Yeah.
I like the challenge of sales. I think sales is a challenge, and it's fun to challenge yourself in that capacity. That was my role kind of when we first started, and it's kind of fallen more into marketing and social media. I'm a very creative person. I love being creative. I love creating various different things, and so that kind of allows me to access my creative side.
There you go. Okay. So on the marketing side, like, what's your thoughts on that? Like, I guess, like, what's one of the biggest things you think you bring to the table from the marketing side, and why you like doing that, and why you think it's so important that really any kind of business needs that on a day-to-day basis.
Can I have a drink of your water?
Maybe. Thanks. But you got to answer the question.
So for anyone that doesn't know, I used to do some video editing as like a hobby, and then I was also in direct sales for a couple years, and so that was kind of my experience in anything related to marketing and video editing, and just consistently posting on social media. And really, I consistently posted on social media before direct sales because I think social media is fun. I think sharing things about your life and is fun, and sharing different things with the world is fun. Sharing your ideas with the world is fun.
This podcast is sponsored by Price Chopper Purified Water. If you haven't given it a shot, go to your local Price Chopper and pick up a bottle of water. It's purified. It's clean. It's organic. It's come from the creeks of Pleasant Hill, Missouri, and Cass County and Johnson County connected. So let's give a big shout out to Price Chopper here on a sponsored ad. Woo!
Not sponsored at all.
I'm just joking. It's sponsored by Yellow Color Glasses.
Yeah.
Give us a follow on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe to podcast.com or something.
Subscribe to Yellow Colored Glasses on our YouTube, which I will link in the description below. Can I finish my answer now?
No, you took a drink of water. We had to give a shout out. It was a commercial break. It's like an Amazon ad. See? There you go. Now, let's go back to the question. Yeah.
So anyway, like I was saying, everybody in the office has such a fun personality.
Except for Dusty. Let's be honest.
You're such a.
But Dusty is like, he's so. I'm just
You're such a jerk. Goodness
no,
gracious.
I will go back to it, but to give Dusty credit, because Dusty's probably gonna be smiling right now when he's looking at this. The other night when I was watching me and Dusty interview Hunter on the podcast.
Yeah. Episode number 21.
Episode 21. Give it a look. Local guy moves to Nashville. Becomes a country singer. So I started laughing because me and Dusty, we do have pretty fun, and I like giving Dusty crap, and yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, we do. We've all known each other for a long time, with the exception of Janny. My brother Caleb works here, but Janny fits right in with us. Like, she has such a fun personality. So anyway, my point in bringing up our personalities is we're all extremely, extremely different. However, I do feel like we like to dibble-dabble in some fun around here. Mm-hmm. And so to convey that to our audience and show that we like to have some fun, insurance, no one cares about. Yeah. Generally speaking, no one gives a shit about their insurance policy until, of course, it comes time to using their insurance. Then they care. Yep. But when it comes time to like signing up and going through the whole bit, not many people care. But there's a way that we can put forth effort in trying to make it fun and informative. So we have a lot of good things on our social media. I have a lot of fun with it. I definitely feel like that is my strength. Although I do feel like I do really well in sales too. I definitely feel, especially if I'm, bought into something. I'm 100% bought into insurance. Yeah. I had an experience myself in a car accident that my insurance was very necessary. And had I not had adequate coverages that you looked over and made sure.
Who wrote those coverages?
Yeah. Exactly.
Who?
You did.
Who? What was that? What was the name?
You did. Anyway.
Okay, go. Nope, we're good.
It's fun that you can turn it up.
Me and Dusty were trying to play around with that, but we didn't feel comfortable pushing those buttons. That was the situation.
I know. You could get yourself into a pickle.
It
if you
looks
push
like
the wrong button.
Yeah, it looks like it. So okay, that's great. No, I love that, and I totally agree with that. Like, and I want to ask one other question to that. So, as a consumer, because I'm a customer of Warner Mounces Agency as well.
No shit.
Yeah, and I guess a question I have for you is, do you guys ever work up there at that office? Like, do you guys?
That's my favorite question.
Do you guys? It seems like you guys do all these reels and all this stuff and just make videos all day. Like, what do you guys even do you guys even have anything to do it for working wise?
We get asked this on a weekly basis. Yeah. If we even
let's explain it. Let's get it out. Let's get it out there. Let's let everybody know.
So we do work at the office.
Okay.
I would say on average, it takes us anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. 10 is like it never takes 10 minutes to film a reel. So these reels are taking us about 5 minutes to film.
Yeah.
And between, if you work on like a job that isn't here, like in a big corporation, you get 2 15-minute breaks. So realistically, we could film 6 reels in a day. Yeah. Now the editing, of course, takes time, but that is literally my job. So after we film the reel, then everything else kind of falls on my lap, and I take care of the rest.
And you guys also, Warner Mounces Agency, you guys also do this podcast thing, the Yellow Colored Glasses. You guys just sitting there and play around in your podcast all day?
Play around.
What does that look like?
Well,
give us the inside looks through Warner Mounces with the yellow colored glasses on.
The podcasts do take more time to film. Are
But
you wanting me to answer these questions?
No, I am.
For real?
I'm
or
bringing
are you
these
fucking
up.
around?
No, I'm bringing these up because these are questions that we get a lot.
We do.
And I just made a post, or we I just responded to somebody on a post the other day about like the podcast and like why we do it and all that, which I know we've already talked about that, but you know, it's great because we can get on here and interview a local business owner or somebody that is interesting and have some fun with it. And then you can take these things, you know, you guys can take these things and make clips of them, right? And then that's just like an unlimited amount of content that you can create. So making one, you know, an hour-long podcast can maybe create, you know, hundreds of posts, you know, of content posts, and different subjects and different little clips and stuff. So, you know, I guess the efficiency of everything that we're doing, I think, is amazing. And I there's not a lot of times that I can say this, especially at this early on in our career, at least in my career, is like I feel like our efficiency with the content that we are creating, and you hear it all the time, content is one of the most important things that a business can have is because it's how to make it fun, right? Like you got to make it fun. Because insurance is so boring. No one wakes up in the morning and is thinking about how they can just get their auto rates and home rates and their business rates where they need to be. And just, man, I'm freaking fired up right now about that damn general liability coverage. Like, nobody gets excited about that. But if we can make, on our side at Warren & Mounts, if we can make that process as simplistic as possible, and then you guys also get to see our personalities a little bit with the marketing and all the things that we can do. We hope, and the goal, and if you take that same concept with any type of business, if you're a window guy, if you're a drywall guy, if you're a dental office, I mean, if you take those type of basically concepts and import those in, not saying it'll blow up immediately, but it'll make your clients say, do you guys even do anything at work today? So,
and it's what we're doing is not anything like, it's not like brand new or anything you've never seen before.
This is stuff
like if you think about like Geico and Progressive and, you know, the Liberty Mutual, Emu, they all have some humor and some fun because I'm sure they think the same thing we do. How on earth do you make insurance a fun thing? So anyway, that's the stupid.
No, that's awesome. I love it.
Let's move into some questions. Okay. What do you say?
I was gonna say let's we got another 10 minutes probably.
Yeah. Okay, so these are just random. This is more not work related.
What is it?
This is couple stuff.
Oh, I have no idea about this. You did not tell me.
So, yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. This is one of those things that I did not recognize. But let's move forward. I love being on the spot.
So, what's something you could talk about for hours?
Football.
Okay.
What?
This is more couple stuff.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I do agree that you could.
Yeah, I could easily.
Probably.
And honestly, we were at my mom's house last night, and we talked about trash bags, tying trash bags or not tying trash bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be a long conversation too.
We'll breeze over.
You're not that interested in that. So, what can me and you talk about for hours upon hours? I don't know. Let's ask you that same question. Let's reverse it. Reverse.
No.
Okay.
Answer the question.
What do I think we could talk about for hours upon hours? Honestly, like I think we like talking about. I think what gets us excited is talking about like how far we've either came in our relationship and our communication and where we want to be. Like just the whole process.
Yeah.
Like even though is that where you're asking me?
Yeah. My answer was going to be.
Hold on, I haven't finished mine.
Oh.
But even if like everybody talks about enjoying the process, and sometimes the process really does suck. Like I wish like we could just skip ahead like 5 steps sometimes. But it doesn't always happen that way. But I still feel like we do a pretty good job, and if we get on a discussion, we can really talk about that for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah. I think one of the things that we could talk about are probably work. Like just dissecting everything that we're doing and how to make it better. We could really get into the weeds about that. Honestly, we can also dive into the weeds about our differing perspectives on things and have like a very...
That'll go a long night.
It will. And it's never argumentative.
It can sometimes. It can get there.
Really? I don't remember.
I mean, it can get like not argumentative.
Whenever we're talking
like,
about stuff that's like not related to us.
No, I know. I'm just saying like it can get like where we get pretty like worked up with like our thought and our opinion on one thing.
Well,
and then we'll go back
passion
and
is
forth.
different.
I know.
From, like,
yeah, I'm not saying like argumentative, but yeah, passion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we will get passionate with
Like
it.
I'll stand up and start walking around and like, no.
So that's, yeah, we can definitely get into the weeds on that. And then just the future, dreaming, thinking about all the things that we want to do.
Yeah.
So I would say those are the things that.
Okay. What's your next one?
What's one skill you'd love to learn?
From you?
No.
Okay. I would love to be able to play the guitar.
Okay.
I really would.
We're working on it.
I know. I would love to be able to play the guitar, and I just think it'd be so cool. Sit around a fire, and all of a sudden you just whip out a guitar.
Yeah.
But I don't even know how to read music. I don't know how to do any of that.
Well, I don't think you need to know how to read.
And I don't
music.
think I will. I know that. If I could just play the guitar,
Yeah.
not sing, not do anything other than just play the guitar.
Yeah. I would also love to play the guitar. I'm actually in air quotes guitar lessons. I use quotes because it started off as guitar lessons, and it has
Progress.
we took a hard left into vocal lessons.
There you go.
Like I would say, like by the third lesson of guitar, maybe they just thought, man, this bitch just doesn't have any hope with
Sucks
the
at guitar.
guitar.
Let's
Yeah.
do something out of
I
here.
don't
Let's not
know.
lose a client.
I don't think that's true.
No,
I don't
think
think
so.
that's true. But I don't. Yeah. Anyway, so guitar is also on my list. But I've also really always loved to sing. So to,
That's good.
get it better with it, that's fun. What does an ideal date night look like for you?
I mean, honestly, it's pretty straightforward for me. Like, go out to eat. And honestly, there's probably a couple places like 3rd Street Social, Longhorn. Maybe there's a couple more, but those are probably going to be my main ones. Firebirds. Yeah. Firebird.
Really?
Jay Gilbert's, I would say. Jay Gilbert's.
Yeah.
Longhorn or 3rd Street Social.
Okay.
And then coming back home and either just relaxing and not doing anything or having a couple drinks in the basement.
Yeah, taking the party down to the
Taking the
basement.
party to the basement.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
That's where our extended conversations will happen.
Yep.
That's probably what I would say too. A dinner somewhere. Jake is a creature of habit. He loves to just eat and do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He very much likes certainty in his food, and I very much like risk in my food. I like taking a risk and not knowing if it's going to be good or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, any sort of, I wouldn't mind going to a repetitive place that we've been to a million times or trying something new. And then going home and same thing.
Yeah.
Movie on the couch, hanging with the dogs. When it's summertime, honestly, sitting outside.
Yeah, you like the outdoors.
I love it. Or if it's wintertime, the basement.
By
The
fire.
basement.
Oh, yeah, the basement. Yeah.
You're getting anxious, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. Let's do 2 more questions.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to let you pick a question.
Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. Man, these questions suck.
That's so rude.
I'm just joking. Let's see. There's just a lot.
There are a lot.
I don't really. What if I don't know.
Or you can make one up.
Man, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that would not be appropriate for this. Let's ask one here. I'm just joking. I can't do that.
Didn't really catch on.
I said there's a lot of them that would be inappropriate for this.
I know, I did. I caught after, yeah.
I don't know, Mikayla. There's literally hundreds of questions here.
Just pick one.
Okay.
Scroll and then point.
Bam. Okay. What do you want your life to look like when you retire?
When I retire?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what does retirement mean?
Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't really ever see myself like retiring. So
Okay. No, that was going to be the same thing. I don't know, Mikayla. I'm not very good with questions like
You
that.
suck.
You know, I never have been able to pick questions like that.
all right, last question. Drum roll, please. What was your first impression of me?
Hot. Mikayla, we were young. Okay. No, that was it. But the other part, I mean, well, I mean, what else am I supposed to know? What was your first thought? Oh my God, he's so adorable. He's so nice. He's just so nice. Like, oh my God, I just love him so much. I know all these great things about him because I don't even know what his name is. I don't even know him. No. It was definitely the looks, right? Like that. That's a normal human being thing. So, second thing, okay? Would you really think, oh my God, I love him so much. I have just fallen in love with him.
That was one of the questions on there was, do you believe in love at
Do we?
first sight?
No. No. Oh, our eyes met and we just knew it from that day that we would love each other forever. No. No offense to anybody out there who believes in that, but I don't. So, what do I think? I think that my initial thought when I got to know you was that you were very independent, and I love that. I love that you did not need me. You did not. I was just there to be there, right? Like you could live your life without me. You would be just fine without me. You were independent. You didn't need anything from me. So that meant that, okay, she wants to be here. She doesn't need to be here. She wants to be here. So, and that's how I still live the same, to this day, is I just believe that you do not need me. You could leave me tomorrow and you would be probably better off. But you're still here and you still choose to be with me. And that's how I live. I don't believe I need anybody. No offense. I just think we should be with each other because we want to be with each other.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts? Let's hear your all.
My first impression
Wow.
was hot.
Hot. Yeah.
I did think you were hot.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course, like
before.
that. You're gonna date an ugly person. You think? Oh, I think that guy's ugly as hell, but I'm gonna date him. Like, come on.
I did think that you were attractive.
Okay.
I think there are other people out there that.
Mm-hmm. And I don't have to agree with them. They don't have to agree with me. What? Just because I'm on live TV, I'm supposed to say, oh, we're all supposed to agree.
Live
No, I don't give a shit if you don't agree.
That's fine. Anyway, so to me, you were a wild card.
It's like a joker? Or
No.
it's literally a wild card?
No, wild card.
Okay.
You were just, there's the guys that, like, they know what they're going to do. They're going to go to college and they're going to be a doctor and they're whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, you were just such a free spirit and you were just a wild card. Mm-hmm. And you weren't afraid to, like, get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And I know that, like, getting in trouble isn't necessarily something to, like, admire, but I guess there was something that I did admire about it, that you would let yourselves have so much fun that you kind of, like, risked your freedom with it. Mm-hmm. I don't know if this sounds terrible.
No, I mean, goddamn, what did I do? Like, I didn't. It's like you act like I got locked up or something. But no, I agree with what you're saying.
Okay.
I definitely try to live that way.
You're just a free spirit and you're just a wild card.
Yeah. No, I like that. That's
Is that bad what I just said?
I think it's great. I love that. Definitely.
And I still love that today. Mm-hmm. Today it affects me now that we're married.
So you don't want me to be out there acting a fool? With that being said, yellow colored glasses.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Yellow Colored Glasses. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, set it off. Episode number 22.
Episode number 22.
Jake Warren.
Mikayla Warren.
AKA.
Mikayla Shepherd. Formerly known as Mikayla Shepherd.
I've always been called Jake Warren, Jacob, Jacob
from State
Allen
Farm.
Warren, JAW.
Jake from State Farm.
That's it, episode 22. Hey, it's Chief Saturday. Chief by a mill. Wow. Listen, this is what me and Mikayla say. Be good.
Or be good at it.
Bam! It's a cut.